Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Game of Thrones Winter's Coming. Today we are taking a look at the patch that has been set on the server at June 18th, and this patch gives us some new stuff, it gives us some general improvements and some big bug fixes, of course. The first thing that we can take a look at is that Melisandre's Awakening skill has been added. And the second thing they've added is the new Dragon Blessing system, and this is quite a big system, so I will just go over it fast in this video, but I'll make a different video where I go more in depth with it, probably during the coming week. A couple of improvements, some display with mail titles and other things, and then there's of course some bug fixes in terms of that you can't bypass the light wall in Siege of Winterfell, and some other minor bugs. We have Siege of Winterfell currently going on. Whether or not this is fixed, I don't know. I would assume that today is actually the first match that we have where this is being applied to, so we'll say we can't really say if it's fixed or not yet, but I haven't seen any reports on it, so I would assume it's fixed. But yeah, we're going to take a look inside the game right now. So we are now inside the game, and the first thing we're going to take a look at is the Dragon Blessing. As you can see, we've had another button added down here. If you click on it, you will basically be taken into the Dragon Blessing area where the buffs are currently available. And you can see that there are three different sections here. There's a wheel here, certain symbols and so on, and down here you can see like you will need 100 blessing stones and some gold to basically use one normal blessing and so on. And blessing bonus is going to be inside here and all those kind of things. I'm going to go more in deep depth with that in the other video. Basically, you can get the blessing stones in different ways. You can get them in the shop, merchant shop. You can also get them from the exploration from dragons, and also something else, which is the event that's currently going on, which we're going to take a look at right now. We currently still have the Midsummer Festival going on, and you can see here that after the Dragon Blessing was added, we also got the Dragon Blessing event. Basically, it gives you blessing stones for completing certain quests, explore an area with the dragon, for example, attack dragon lairs, or carry out blessings X amount of times, and that way you get more blessing stones and help you progress earlier on, at least to get some boosts. But it's not something that's super terrible or anything like that. It's something that's going to take a long time to actually operate and get fully maxed out and so on, but it definitely seems to be worth it for the time being. We might as well also take a look at the Melisandre Awakening stuff. Currently there's this like basic thing that we currently have where if you have it at a certain quality or have it awakened at a certain level, then you get books or awakening tokens, or just the general commander tokens, which can be useful. And of course there's also the Melisandre epic wheel thing that you can use, where you get one, I believe it's one free try every day, and then you can also get some for blue diamonds and some for black diamonds, of course. So depends on what you're going to go for, what you want, but before deciding that, we can take a look at what her awakening skill actually is. Now we're taking a look at Melisandre and her awakening. Basically, her awakening will consist of bowman attack, total defense, and construction speed, which is decent. It's okay. Doesn't really suit the heavy current meta that we have right now, but for those that are bow users, that this might be something interesting. I haven't really done that much research into that, so I can't really say for sure how it actually is when you're a high-end bow user, if it's going to make a difference or not. I would assume it does, but I'm not sure. If you take a look at the view, we can see that it's basically the the standard stuff as to everyone else. You have the enhanced specialization, you have the increased damage, cooldown decrease, quality, evolution, and so on. We're going to take a look at the town after, before finishing up the video, to see what benefits you gain from the quality evolution. And then of course it's her last thing is her awakening skill, which is Gift of Fire. And Gift of Fire is basically, in battle, Commander Melisandre ignites the arrows for all allied bowmen. Normal attacks of all allied bowmen have a 50% chance to deal 10% additional fire damage. How this specific part is being calculated or used, I'm not really sure. If it just means that it's like a 10% additional damage, could be a pretty big deal for those that are actually really strong in bow, and in a defensive standpoint it could be useful. I'm not sure, but I would assume so. But it still feels a little bit underwhelming, and for all of those that are not really high spec bowman users, it's basically nothing. It's not something that would be like worth investing heavily into or using a lot of stuff to get. So I had hoped it would have become something that was more more utility based maybe, but maybe next time it will be happening. We can't say for sure. I know there's an event in the Midsummer Festival still coming in 2 days, 2.5 days, something like that. So maybe there's some hidden surprise there, I don't know. But yeah, before we are closing off this video, then we're going to take a look at the tavern stats to see what you get from upgrading Melisandre at the tavern. So to finish off this video, we are going to take a look at the tavern stats, and we can see that Melisandre has aptitude, finance, and combat rate. And if you upgrade her, you will of course get 1-star rating extra in all of them. The aptitude might be useful for some people, I can't really say for sure. I mean, the speed ups are generally always nice to use, and it also helps progressing and stuff, so I guess it's okay. High-end users might not be really that focused on aptitude. I'm not sure, that's just my opinion on things. But 1-star extra in combat rate does mean that people, if they really hard try for it and have it maxed out, they can get 60 extra combat rate if it's super important for them to get it. Is it worth heavily spending on her for that alone? Not really. There's probably better alternatives that you can go to if you want to. But it's something to keep in mind at least, and I don't consider it terrible, but I had hoped more. I had wished for more from her awakening, so that's at least something to keep in mind. But yeah, that kind of covers like the main points of the update that we had. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, it helps out here of course, and comment down below if you want certain guides or anything. And then there's of course a link for the game down below in the description, as well for the music and the Discord group for Game of Thrones when it's coming. And yeah, so have a nice weekend, take care guys, and enjoy the events. Bye bye!